You ever walk into a room, catch a whiff of something, and think, "Uh-oh, is that me?" It's not that you're unclean. It's that there are hidden spots we forget about. And as we get older, those spots start speaking louder than our perfume. Today, I'm going to walk you through 6 areas that might be quietly aging you with odor. And trust me, once you know, you can fix it. No shame, just real talk, from one grown woman to another. Let's stay fresh, fierce, and fabulous at every age. 1. Your closet. Where freshness goes to die. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you really smelled your closet? I don't mean a quick, open the door and grab a sweater situation. I mean, actually stuck your head in there and took a deep breath. Don't worry, I didn't either, not for years. And then one day, I pulled out this beautiful floral blouse I hadn't worn since my grandson's christening, 2009, I kid you not, and I slipped it on, feeling all nostalgic. I walked into the kitchen, and my daughter leaned in to hug me. Her nose wrinkled ever so slightly. "Mom," she said gently, "you smell kind of like the attic." Now listen, I keep a clean house. I do my laundry, I vacuum, I light my little vanilla candles. But it hit me. That smell wasn't me. It was my closet. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Closets are like little time capsules. They hold memories. They hold outfits from seasons long gone, and they also hold smells. Mustiness, dust, a certain aged scent that clings to fabrics like regret. You see, closets are dark, warm, and rarely ventilated. Perfect conditions for odor to quietly build up over time. And you might not even notice it, because here's the cruel trick of aging. Our noses adapt. We stop noticing the background smells we live with. But the second you step outside, those scents follow you like a shadow. You look clean. You feel clean. But your cardigan says otherwise, so what can you do about it? I've got a routine now, and it's made a world of difference. First, I air out my closet. Every few days, I open those doors wide and let the fresh air roll in. Doesn't cost a thing, and your clothes will thank you. Second, I keep little moisture absorbers in the corners, charcoal bags or those damp-rid cups you can find at the drugstore. They suck up the humidity that causes that funky smell. I also do a monthly closet refresh. Wipe the shelves, vacuum the floor. You'd be shocked how much lint and dust builds up in there. And here's a personal rule I live by. If I haven't worn it in 2 years, it goes. Sentimental or not, if it smells old, it'll make me smell old. Now, I know letting go of clothes is hard. Some of us have garments that have seen us through marriages, births, whole decades. But fresh doesn't live in the past. Fresh lives in the choices we make today. And here's a fun little trick. I hang a sachet of dried lavender or cedar in the back of my closet. Every time I open it, I get a soft, natural scent. Not perfume, just freshness. And that little detail? It makes me feel like I've got my life together, even on a messy hair day. Your closet should be a place of beauty, not a scent trap. So if you want to smell fresh when you step out into the world, start with where your clothes have been sleeping. Because let's face it, if your wardrobe smells tired, it won't matter how nice your outfit is. Trust me, ladies, sometimes the first step to smelling 10 years younger is just opening that door. Irende. The space between your toes. Small area, big trouble. Let's be honest, how often do you wash your feet? Now, I don't mean just letting the water run down your legs in the shower. I mean really scrubbing them. And more importantly, drying between the toes. I didn't think much of it either. Until one day my friend Doris, bless her, she's always got a candle lit and a pie in the oven, started complaining about a weird smell in her living room. She thought it was the dog. Then the carpet. Then she even blamed her poor husband, Harold. But after a week of sniff tests and no culprit in sight, guess what it was? Her own toes. Yep. That warm, cheesy, slightly sour smell? It was coming from that little space between her fourth and fifth toes. That's the hidden zone, the one we all forget about. As we get older, a few things happen. Our skin gets thinner, our circulation slows down, and our body's ability to fend off bacteria and fungus weakens. That makes us prime candidates for things like athlete's foot, even if we haven't been near a locker room since the Nixon administration. And the worst part? The smell sneaks up on you. Now, before you cringe or feel embarrassed, don't. This is way more common than we think. You're not dirty, you're just human. And toes, especially the little tucked away ones, love dark, damp spaces. If they stay moist, maybe from sweat, maybe from not drying off completely after a shower, that's all it takes. Here's what I do now, and it's made a world of difference. Every night, I give my feet a quick check. In the shower, I use a soft washcloth with gentle soap and scrub between each toe. Nothing fancy, just attention. Then, this part is key. I dry each space between my toes with a clean towel. I don't use the big body towel. I keep a small hand towel just for my feet. On warm or humid days, I even sprinkle a little foot powder between my toes. If I feel a little itchiness coming on, I dab a bit of tea tree oil. It's antibacterial, it smells fresh, and it's natural. I also invested in breathable cotton socks and rotate my shoes every other day. Your shoes need time to air out, just like your skin does. And here's something no one talks about. Our feet affect the whole house. If they're musty, it spreads to the rugs, to your bed sheets, to your favorite slippers. That smell doesn't stay between your toes. It travels. So now I take care of my feet like I take care of my face, with gentleness, with consistency, and with love. Because listen, your feet have carried you through life, through childbirth, through heartache, through long days and joyful dances. They deserve a little extra care. And if that care keeps you fresh from head to toe, even better. 3. Your favorite recliner. Secret scent trap. Picture this. It's late afternoon. You've got your chamomile tea in one hand, remote in the other, and you sink into your favorite recliner, the one that knows your shape better than your husband ever did. It's cozy, it's comforting, it's you. Now let me ask, how long have you had that chair? 5 years? 10? Maybe longer? I'm not judging. I've got one too. Mine's a soft microfiber number I've napped in so many times, the cushion practically sighs when I sit down. But here's the thing nobody tells you. Your favorite recliner is also a silent little sponge for scent. Think about it. Our skin sheds every day. We sweat. We wear lotion, perfume, maybe a little hair oil. And where does it all go? Right into that fabric. Especially if you nap there, eat there, or spend hours watching TV marathons with a blanket tucked around you. One day, my niece came over for Sunday dinner. She plopped onto the recliner with a smile, and then paused. She sniffed the air and said, "It smells familiar in here." And not in a good way. That's when it hit me. That cozy scent I thought was home? It was, well, me, marinated. Fabric absorbs everything, especially soft, plush furniture. And the older we get, the more those subtle skin oils change. The scent shifts. It deepens. And because we sit in that same spot every day, we don't even notice it anymore. But others do. Here's how I reclaimed my recliner without giving it up. Once a week, I sprinkle baking soda across the seat and the backrest. I let it sit for about an hour, then vacuum it up. It neutralizes odors without any harsh chemicals. Twice a year, I rent a small steam cleaner from the grocery store. Or I ask my grandson to help me hire someone local. It's worth every penny. And here's a tip I love. I tuck a little sachet of dried lavender and cedar into the space between the seat and the back cushion. Not too strong. just a whisper of freshness every time I sit down. Also, don't forget the arms of the chair. Those little pads are oil magnets. Once a week, I wipe them with a damp cloth and a drop of gentle soap. Now, when people come over, they say my house smells like a spa, not a storage unit. And I sit in my chair knowing it's just as clean and lovely as the memories I've made in it. Look, growing older doesn't mean giving up comfort. But it does mean being smart about the comfort we surround ourselves with. Your recliner has carried your stories, your secrets, your Sunday naps. So give it a little love, keep it clean, and let it keep being the throne you deserve. Nanga. Under the girls, gravity's hidden gift. All right, ladies, let's have a real talk. No filters, no fluff, just grown woman honesty. You know how we used to joke that the girls used to sit high and proud, and now, well, they play peekaboo with our waistband? Yeah. Gravity. It comes for us all. Bras sag, bodies shift, and before you know it, you've got a cozy little sauna happening under your bust, and not in a good way. Now here's what most people don't tell you. That area under your breasts, it's one of the most overlooked sources of odor. Why? Because it's warm, it's dark, and it's often pressed skin on skin. That's basically the VIP section for bacteria and sweat to hang out. And the worst part? You often don't feel it, especially if you're wearing a supportive bra all day or layered up in winter. I learned this lesson the awkward way. I was getting dressed for a ballroom dancing social. Yes, I still dance. And I went to do a little spritz of perfume. Something told me to give a quick swipe under the bra line, just to check. And, oh, honey, let's just say Chanel number 5 didn't stand a chance. That moment changed everything. Now I treat that area with the respect it deserves. Here's what I do. Every shower, I lift and wash. Not a quick rinse, an actual gentle clean with a soft cloth and fragrance-free soap. Then, and this is the key, I dry it completely. I mean bone dry. I even lift with the towel and fan myself if I have to. On humid days, I use a light dusting of natural cornstarch powder. Not talc, cornstarch. It's safer, it's gentle, and it helps absorb moisture. And here's my little secret. I fold a clean cotton pad or a thin piece of paper towel and tuck it under the girls before heading out. It's discreet, it's effective, and yes, it makes me feel like I've got my act together. Now, before you roll your eyes or think, well, I'm petite, that doesn't apply to me, let me tell you, it's not just a full bust issue. Even a small chest can create that little undercurve where sweat loves to settle. Especially in hot weather, or if you're like me and get warm just loading the dishwasher. The truth is, nothing makes you feel more self-conscious than a faint sour smell and a damp blouse. You could have your makeup flawless, your hair curled just right. But if you feel sticky under your bra, it changes your whole mood. So do yourself a favor. Give that area the attention it deserves. Not out of vanity, but out of dignity. Because smelling fresh isn't about impressing other people. It's about how you feel in your own skin. A little lift, a little wash, a little powder, and boom. You're unstoppable. 5. Behind the ears and neck, the sneaky zone. Let me take you back to a Sunday morning. I was dressed to the nines, hair done, makeup on, pearls and all. I had just come home from church, feeling like the first lady of my own living room. My granddaughter ran up to give me a hug, and as she leaned in, I saw it, that tiny nose wrinkle. Not rude, just honest. Kids don't fake it, you know? "Grandma," she said, "your neck smells kind of funny." I nearly dropped my purse. Now listen, I wash my face every day. I moisturize, I tone, I even dab on a little eye cream when I'm feeling fancy. But what I hadn't thought about, not once, was behind my ears or the nape of my neck. And apparently, neither do most women. See, that area is one of the oiliest spots on your body. It's packed with sebaceous glands, especially as we get older. Combine that with perfume residue, hair products, and a little sweat, and what do you get? That faint, sour smell that sneaks up on you. And the worst part? We don't even realize it. It's not strong like underarm odor, it's subtle, but it lingers. And when you wear scarves, shawls, or have longer hair, you're just trapping all that moisture back there like a slow cooker of scent. So here's my routine now, and you better believe it's stuck. Every morning when I'm washing my face, I take an extra 20 seconds. I gently scrub behind each ear and the back of my neck with warm water, a soft cloth, and a mild, fragrance-free soap. I do little circular motions, not rough, just enough to wake the skin up and clear the buildup. After I dry off, I swipe a little toner back there with a cotton pad. Nothing too harsh, just something to keep things balanced. If I'm wearing perfume, I make sure it's a light mist near that area, not on it. I've learned the hard way that perfume plus oil plus heat equals instant. Why does Grandma's neck smell like old flowers? And here's a fun little thing I do. I wrote myself a reminder on my bathroom mirror. Just a little note in dry erase marker that says, "Don't forget the back." Because when you feel fresh from every angle, your confidence shifts. You sit straighter, you speak clearer, you hug a little longer, without worrying someone's going to catch a whiff of something funky. Ladies, this is one of those tiny details that no one talks about, but once you fix it, you wonder how you ever ignored it. Freshness isn't just about deodorant and body spray. It's in the details. And behind your ears? That's ground zero. So tomorrow morning, take those extra seconds. Show your neck and ears a little love. They've been holding your head up high for decades. They've earned it. Are. Inside your shoes. The swamp zone. All right, I'm going to ask you something a little bold. When was the last time you actually smelled the inside of your shoes? Don't laugh. Go ahead and think about it. We all have that favorite pair. Maybe it's the soft slip-ons you wear to the grocery store, or the comfy flats you've had since Bush was in office. They're molded perfectly to your feet, and they go with everything. We wipe the outsides clean, maybe polish them now and then. But the insides? Honey, we act like they don't exist. Well, let me tell you what my podiatrist told me, after I went in for what I thought was a foot rash, but turned out to be good old-fashioned, trapped sweat. He looked at my shoes, these lovely orthopedic Mary Janes that I adored, and he didn't even blink. "These," he said, "are the problem." And I just about gasped. But here's the deal. Each of your feet has over 250,000 sweat glands. Yep, 250,000. And when that sweat seeps into your insoles, it doesn't just disappear, it stays. It dries. It mixes with skin cells. And it turns your favorite shoes into tiny scent vaults. Not cute. Now, this doesn't mean you're dirty, it means you're human. And if you're wearing the same pair of shoes every day without giving them a chance to breathe, you're basically turning them into foot crockpots. So here's my new shoe routine, and I swear by it. Every few days I sprinkle a spoonful of baking soda into each shoe, let it sit overnight, and dump it out in the morning. It absorbs odor and moisture like magic. I even keep a little jar in my closet just for that. If the insoles are removable, I take them out and soak them in warm, soapy water every couple of weeks, then let them air dry in the sun. You'd be amazed at how much fresher everything smells with just that one step. I also rotate my shoes. I give each pair at least a day or two to breathe before I wear them again. If you wear leather shoes, activated charcoal inserts work wonders, and you can find them at most pharmacies or online. And socks? Don't even get me started. Cotton or moisture wicking. No nylons, no synthetics that trap sweat. Your feet deserve real fabric. Because here's what I know. Nothing kills your confidence faster than bending down to grab a can of beans at the supermarket and catching a whiff of something you hope no one else smelled. Keeping your shoes fresh keeps you fresh. It's that simple. So next time you get dressed and think, I look great, ask yourself, but do my feet know it too? They carry you through your day. They deserve a little love and a little baking soda. Let's get one thing straight, ladies. Getting older is not something to hide. It's a badge of honor. Every wrinkle, every silver strand, every laugh line, it tells a story. It says, I've lived, I've loved, I've endured. But here's the truth no one likes to say out loud. Sometimes with age comes odor. Not because we're careless, not because we're less than, but because life settles into our skin, our shoes, our chairs, and yes, our closets. And that's okay. What's not okay is pretending it doesn't matter. Because how we smell, how we feel, how we carry ourselves, it all connects. And the moment you take back control of those little hidden places, you're not just removing scent. You're reclaiming confidence. You're saying, I deserve to feel fresh. I deserve to be hugged close. I deserve to walk into a room and not wonder who smells weird, because it sure ain't me. This isn't about vanity. It's about dignity. It's about walking through this stage of life with the same grace and power we've earned. So yes, scrub behind your ears, powder under your bra, rinse between those fabulous toes, steam clean your recliner, air out that closet, sprinkle that baking soda like it's fairy dust. Because the woman you are now, she's vibrant, she's seasoned, she's not fading away, she's refining. So stay radiant, stay confident, and for heaven's sake, stay fresh. Now, if this video made you laugh, made you think, or made you lift up a foot to sniff your shoe, go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment below with these words. I'm too classy to be musty. And if you want more honest, uplifting advice for living your best life at any age, join our Savvy Senior Weekly newsletter. It's free, it's fabulous, and it's full of wisdom your doctor probably forgot to mention. Until next time, walk tall, smell divine, and age like fine wine.